Good Sunday morning. Wow, Sunday morning. Been thinking over the last couple days. Everybody's maskers. That's what I call them. The ones pushing the mask everything. Mask, mask. Don't go out. Wear a mask. Blah blah blah. They're also the ones that freak out. Sorry, making my coffee here. They're also the ones that freak out about the rising number of cases. But I have questions, and I find this is easier to put these questions out than trying to write something up on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. Okay. And this is something, it kind of goes back to what President Trump said a while back, and people made fun of him. They're going to make fun of anything somebody says, like George Bush said nuclear or something like I can't remember exactly how he said it, but everybody's making fun of him for saying that. Or Kamala, whatever, we all say things different. We all have a different accent. We all have whatever. But President Trump said, if we didn't test as many people, we wouldn't have as many infected, which, you know, is kind of weird. But if you really think about what he's trying to say, and he probably just said it wrong, I'm just guessing at what I think he meant is as you test more people, more infected people are gonna show up. So if you have 1,000 people that you test today, and let's say 220% show up infected, okay, you have this number 20%. That's 200. You ramp up the testing to 500 or 5,000, excuse me, and all of a sudden you have 400 infected. Oh my God, that's a 100% increase or whatever. I don't, I'd have to do the math for that. But the fact is still the same percentage of people. Many people with COVID are asymptomatic. Others have minor symptoms. Yes, older people do get sicker. Older people are dying. But you know what? We're not getting the numbers from anybody that I know of how many are actually dying just from COVID. How many are at that point in life where, like my dad over a year ago, year and a half ago, it was, I mean, he was right there at the end. And we're not getting the suicide numbers. We're not getting the domestic violence numbers. We're not getting the increase in alcohol and drug use numbers. We're not getting uh, how many kids are hurting, depressed, and all that, those kind of numbers. I just saw something that 11-year-old kid blew his brains out in class on Zoom. These things matter. Yes, infections matter. Yes, all this other stuff matters. And nobody's taking into account. They're all freaking out over, oh my God, the cases are going up. We're having more cases. Well, we're testing more. Of course, we're going to have more positive tests. I finally know a couple people that have had COVID. And they're doing fine. How many people have recovered? The numbers don't match up, So, and the other thing is, I don't wear a mask out when I'm out in public. Now, if I go into a store, I wear a mask. If I go into the doctor's office, I wear a mask. I hate wearing these things. They fog up my glasses. Sometimes it makes it hard for me to breathe. But I wear it out of respect for the rules in certain places, and I wear it because I need to go in to go shopping. But if I don't have to go in and they require a mask, I'm not going in. Teresa will do it, but I'm not going to do it. It's my choice. If I'm driving in my car down the street, I got my window down, unless it's 32 degrees out, I'm not wearing a mask in my vehicle. If I'm standing out in my front yard, I'm not wearing a mask. If I walk from my truck to the line, because we have lines now, I'm not wearing a mask until I enter that premise. So I haven't wore a mask since the beginning, unless I've absolutely had to. I didn't wear masks when they weren't required in stores. And yet here I am, overweight, diabetic, COPD, high blood pressure, and I haven't gotten sick yet. Yes, that's an anecdotal story, and I understand that. But there's a lot of people that are doing that. I drive around town to go to Sam's or take Teresa to school when school's open, or we go shopping, and I see almost everybody wearing masks. And yet we hear nothing but bullshit from the maskers saying it's y'all's fault that the disease is spreading. It's y'all's fault. It's everybody's fault because nobody's wearing masks, and I'm calling bullshit on that. I'm seeing thousands. I Corp or sorry, Las Cruces, second largest city in New Mexico, and I would say 99% of the people I see wear masks. Very few, even when the masks weren't required in Sam's or Walmart, very few didn't wear masks. So prove to me, show me the numbers, the factual numbers where wearing a mask has prevented any increase in infections here in New Mexico or the US. Show me the numbers. Show me actual physical proof. Write it up. We got a governor saying it's all our fault. It's nothing to do with her. It's all our fault because people aren't wearing masks or socially distancing. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. You know, nobody's giving out any numbers. No, nobody's saying, well, this person wore a mask all the time, but they still got infected. Look at the governor of Denver, or I'm sorry, not Denver, Colorado. He got infected. Sure, he wore a mask all the time, unless he's probably like our governor and a few others, that decide to do what they want, but tell us not to do certain things. So that's my big question. What are the numbers? How many cases? How many people have been tested 2 or 3 times due to certain circumstances? How many suicides? How much crime has gone up? I read another article, 300% in Corpus. Why do I keep saying Corpus? Excuse me. In Las Cruces. 300% crime has increased since this lockdown, since this COVID thing. But we're all worried about masks. I live in a free country, or at least that's what we're supposed to be. And no, I'm not being selfish. Oh, and one other thing I want to add. People say, well, wearing a seatbelt is the law. Yeah, it's the law. But the only thing this person, a seatbelt protects is me. If I'm wearing a seatbelt, it protects me. That's it. It doesn't protect anybody else. It doesn't keep somebody else from getting injured in an accident. It protects me. So that argument is baloney. So, um, come up with something legitimate, you know, this guy pees, not wearing pants and pees on you, and you're not wearing pants. Who's gonna let somebody get that close to them to pee on them? And that's different. Come on, you know. Social distancing. If you don't want to be close to me, don't be close to me. That's your choice. You don't want to shake hands? Don't shake hands. That's your choice. You want to wear a mask? Wear a mask, for heaven's sake. But don't dictate to me that I have to wear a mask if I'm standing in line, social distancing in public, because I'm not coughing. If I do, it's a smoker's cough. And, it's not anything. Somebody said, if you sneeze, if you're not wearing a mask right, you sneeze, you're going to, spread COVID. Well, if I sneeze, I cover my mouth. I cover that, whatever. Hand sanitizer, wash your hands, all that other stuff. There's no proof out there. We're going by what certain people are saying, and we're panicking. And this fear porn that these governors and maskers are putting out is what's driving this craziness. This is my opinion, but I'm basing this on what I've seen. I'm basing this on numbers that we're not getting. And, you know, again, show me. Don't just tell me, show me. I want actual proof. Anyways, I've gone on too long. Hope somebody will watch this. Hope you'll have a great Sunday.